working on the bathtub for the 1 to 144, and I rolled this out in a setting 1, and I'm going to lay them double, and I'm going to cut it off in an angle right there, and I'm going to cut it in the side also in an angle. So I have it looking something like that, and then it's around 1 centimeter long, so I'm cutting again in an angle. So that's the bottom pattern of my bathtub, and I am going to smoothen it out a bit here. And I'm going to roll a tiny snake of clay for the edge of my bathtub, and I'm going to roll this really thin, and when it's thin enough for my likeness, I am going to place it around my bathtub here. Like that. And I'm going to smoothen out the connections. When you're happy with the shape, you make 4 small tiny legs, and I do that by taking a piece of clay, and I think it's easiest if you roll it into a snake and then cut off 4 equal size of the snake. That one was too big. 3, 4. They should be around the same size. So I am going to roll this into a tiny ball, and I'm going to place it on my bathtub like that. And I'm going to take my blade and squeeze them a bit, making sure they're sitting like I like them. And when you're happy with the bottom of your bathtub, you're going to bake it and make a mold. I baked the bottom of my bathtub and made a mold of it, and now I'm just going to take some white clay, and this is just opaque white, and I am starting with a few tiny dots here that I am squeezing down into the leg parts of my mold, so that I know that they are filled up with clay. And when I've done that, I am going to fill up the bathtub itself with clay here. And I'm doing that with one of my bowl tools, so that I can get a nice shape in the bathtub. And I just keep on working on this until I like the inside of my bathtub, and I think I'm happy with that. Then I take some of my gold clay and I rolled it out in a thin snake here, and I'm going to cut off a piece and 2 tiny pieces like that. And the first one I'm going to bend like that. I don't know if you can see that. Like that. And I'm going to take it and place it on the end of my bathtub right there. Then I take the 2 small pieces and I roll them into small balls, and I place them on each side. Like that. And I make the drain just with my dotting tool, making a hole or indent like that. Not all the way through, but it's there. And then it's time to bake this little piece and then I will be back. I baked my piece and I took it out of the mold, so it's right here. And I'm going to sand it a bit here and there because it needs it, so that I like the shape of it and the feeling. And when I'm happy, I'm taking my fimo glaze and I'm glazing the bathtub. Just with a tiny small layer of glaze. And then it's time for letting it dry, and then you have your done result of a bathtub.